And good morning, Mr. Hudson. It is a beautiful, little bit rainy, but I know it's going to be a beautiful Monday, April 20th, 2020. We are now in our 6th week of virtual learning. Can you believe that?
The time is flying by, Mr. Bland. Definitely flying by.
It really is flying by. And while we find ourselves in difficult situations, it really is great to see you every single morning. And I hope you had a great weekend, Mr. Hudson. But it does look like we have a special guest here. I know who it is. Do you know who it is?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll give you a hint. This is a teacher that goes to both buildings, main campus and primary.
So it's probably one of the specialists.
All right. It's a specialist. What specialist have we not seen yet?
So we've seen McCarran, Miss Lou. We've seen Coach Wyman. We haven't seen Mr. Carr.
I will give you another hint. It is a foreign language teacher. It's not Miss Darlis. It is?
I'm going to say Miss Dalbaum.
Miss Talbum. Welcome,
Madame
Miss
Dalbaum, yes.
Bonjour tout le monde.
We are so glad you're here this morning with us. Good morning. I'm looking forward to seeing you walk us through some lessons. And how have you been, by the way, doing all this?
I'm doing really well, and I'm enjoying seeing my students online. And I just want to take a moment to say that PE, art, music, French teachers, we want to see you on our websites, on our Google pages. So please remember to sign on to those pages and participate with us.
Awesome.
And Ms. Dalvin, tell me again, what time is French during the day for those students that can make it?
Right, that would be 1:45 for first, second, third, and fourth grade, 10:30 on Friday for fifth grade.
Awesome, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with our announcements. We are so glad you're here. We'll hear more from you in just a few minutes. But as always, we're going to start with our Pledge of Allegiance. Students, if you want to, please cover your heart with your right hand. Begin with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cartier was the first to claim what is now called Canada for France. He mapped the Gulf of St. Lawrence and much of the St. Lawrence River, and actually is the explorer who named Canada after hearing the Huron-Iroquois word for settlement. He tried a variety of settlements, but all were ill-fated, and he is largely credited with exploring the St. Lawrence region, including Quebec. We have Madame Dalbaum here, so we decided to do a French Inquirer, and I think this is a great transition for us to learn about some French language at this time. Madame Dalbaum, take it away.
All right. Monsieur Hudson, we, as you know, are the Brandon Bees. And if you're wondering why I am wearing this funny hat, you're going to find out why. So, at Brandon, on parle français, se habla español. Okay, Senior Hudson, isn't it cool that in the Brandon Hive, we have students learning French and Spanish?
It's awesome.
Que padre. We can see on the tree of Latin that French and Spanish are what you could call cousins. And so I came up, yo hablo español también. I love the Spanish language. I speak French and Spanish. And I talk to my students a lot about how these languages are similar. So I've created a little game for us, and we're going to see which words correspond, because our second graders at Brandon French class are studying insects. So I made a little game. We're going to look at the word in French, we're going to look at the word in Spanish, and we're going to see which ones look like cousins. Does that sound okay?
Sounds great.
Sí, como no.
Sí.
All right, let's start with the word itself, insects. All right, I am wearing this particular hat because I am a gardener. And so I love insects, and insects are super important. So when we look at the first screen here, we see en français, les insectes. And Mr. Hudson, I'm going to let you say it in Spanish.
Los insectos.
Okay, is that a match?
It's a match.
It's a match. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, français, une abeille.
Español, una abeja.
Ding, ding, ding. Français, une coccinelle.
Un mariquita. Una mariquita. Mm,
Mm,
Français, un grillon.
un grillo.
Ding, ding, ding. Français, une fourmi.
En español, una hormiga.
¿Qué piensas?
No.
Français, une sauterelle.
Un saltamontes.
Ding, ding, ding. Creo que sí.
Sí.
Français, un papillon.
Una mariposa. Mm,
Now, Français, une menthe.
Español, una mantis.
Ding, ding, ding. Français, une libellule.
Una libélula.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding.
Okay, entonces, we can see that en français, on a 66% similaire.
En español, 66% similar también.
No es malo,
No.
no es malo. Okay, pregunta. So, I thought there was one more insect you might like to ask me about.
And what is a roach in French?
I knew you were going to ask that, Mr. Hudson. En
Oh,
français, un cafard.
en español, una cucaracha.
cucaracha.
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's protect our insects. Just keep in mind that leaf blowers are not good for insects, and keep the pesticides off.
All right.
So,
I had no idea all the similarities between French and Spanish. That's very cool.
fascinating, right?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
learned something new today.
Thank you. Merci.
And
La fin.
El fin.
El fin.
Thank you, Madam Dalbo.
Thank you.
So moving on to Race to Read, we have 579,819 minutes.
So close to the horn. So
We
close.
moved up, Mr. Bland, but no horn today. We went up 2,519 minutes. So let's read, log. Let's get those minutes way over 3,000. Happy birthday to William Benedict and Anna Catherine Revels. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear William and Anna. Happy birthday to you.
Joyeux anniversaire.
All right, as always, we're just going to start our morning real quickly with some quick physical activity right now. I challenged you all last Friday to get practicing for your 5K. APS has said that we are still running our APS Rocks and Run 5K, and it's going to be virtually this year. And students are going to start logging their time starting May 2nd. But until we get to May 2nd, I challenge you to get outside and start practicing and tag us in hashtag APS Rocks 5K. If you are still practicing for your 5K, then this morning we are going to get warmed up with a quick stretch and some mountain climbers. And I love doing mountain climbers before I get started with my jog because it helps warm up my legs. First and foremost, we're going to start on our heels, and we're going to bring our left foot forward. We're going to stretch and try and get that elbow as low to the foot as possible. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch. We're going to get our right foot down. We're going to get our elbow down for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to do 10 mountain climbers. We're going to bring our knees to our elbows. On the count of 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can do that for a few cycles, and you're going to get a great warm-up for your 5K. Isn't that right, Mr. Hudson?
It's awesome. I'll be working this week on the 5K too. Keeping in mind, you know, being safe, but getting out there and doing a little walking and maybe a little light jogging.
And I will say running is a great social distancing exercise because you don't need to have anybody with you, or you can run several feet apart from people, and it's a great way to stay active.
So today in our SEL Minute, we are going to have a few words from Ms. Whitaker via a quote and via Whitaker's wisdom. Never put the key to your happiness in somebody else's pocket. What do you think that means, Mr. Bland?
You know, that's a great quote. I think that it means that you are the person who is solely responsible for your happiness, and you really cannot rely on somebody else to make you happy, that it really comes from inside and deep down inside, and you can't have other people control whether or not you're happy. What do you think, Ms. Dalbum?
Well, that reminds me of one of our favorite pop singers in French class. You might not know this, but my nickname is DJ Madame Day because I like good French music. And one of our favorite singers is a guy named Soprano. And he has this fabulous song. And the lyric, the chorus is Tout est possible quand tu sais qui tu es, which translates as everything is possible when you know who you are. So I am going to post that as an assignment and have my students memorize that, because that is what we're talking about, is understanding that when you can be yourself, everything is possible.
That's a great point.
All right, so coming from Ms. Whitaker, she says, this quote reminds me that I am in control of my happiness. If I choose to hang around someone that makes me feel sad when I'm with them, then I have just given that person the key to my happiness. Keep your key. So we are in control of being happy. We are in control of who we let into our realm and who we allow to influence the way we feel. And if they make you feel a way that you don't want to feel, then take that key away.
Yeah, I think it's also important to know that your thoughts are very powerful and that you control your thoughts. So it's a good point, Mr. Hudson.
Joke of the day. Why shouldn't you use beef stew as a computer password?
I don't know. Why shouldn't you use beef stew as a computer
Not
password?
me.
It's not strong enough.
Oh, it's not strong enough. All right, parents, I don't have anything much more new for you all today. We did have a great Go Team meeting last Friday. Be sure to check on our website for all of those discussion points that we talked about. We had several visitors jump in as well, and it was basically recapping everything that's happened so far. Also, I do just want to continue to remind everybody the deadline for your parent input forms is the first week in May. So we do need you to fill out those parent input forms if you have not done so yet. We're running that link inside of the B-mail. Don't forget, we had an awesome Flex Friday last Friday. We were on the drive all day looking at student submissions and commenting on them. We can see every single child that has gotten on and submitted something via the Flex Drive. So we want to continue to expand on that and have our students be sure that they are joining the proper classrooms for K2 and 3-5. We love seeing all that awesome stuff on Fridays. But as you know, we are at a 4-day work week. So today is Monday. So we're going to start with our instruction here in a little bit if we have not done so yet. And we just hope that you have a great week and a great day. Okay, so Mr. Hudson, it was great seeing you again, and I'll see you this time tomorrow morning.
All right, and parents, also just one more reminder to add. We know that you've been looking for the DLI applications. Those will be coming out soon. They will come out virtually. If you've already completed one, you may email them to Mr. Bland and myself. And if you have not, you will have an opportunity to fill one out online, and that information will be coming out soon.
All right. Ms. Dalvin, it was awesome to have you on here today. What do you want to say?
I just want to say thank you for having me as a special guest. And I also want to say thank you to Mr. Bland and Mr. Hudson, because I think you guys are doing an amazing job. And I know we all appreciate you.
We appreciate your hard work as well. You teachers that turn things around, the parents, and the children that are working hard every day.
Absolutely. See you guys tomorrow.
Bonne journée.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.